had to wait a little bit because first thing I heard is, what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. Tina Turner. So, as said in the introduction, there's an eclipse. Eclipses last up to 6 months of energy. So if we can grab it before it starts, it's a new moon. We're not going to place intentions because usually they have already been placed in an earlier eclipse. You don't want to start off your own mental intended programming with an eclipse. Rather, allow your soul, allow the eclipse that's been unfolding before to lead its way and try and get out of the way. So it is an Aquarius, which is the higher mind. It's the one, it's inspiration, it's eureka moments, it's thinking outside of the box, it's being your true authentic self. And it's in conjunct with Venus, this eclipse. So there's a whole new cycle, which is quite interesting because it's a new cycle of how to love or how to be in love, be one in love. And then on the 26th, we have Saturn and Jupiter conjoining at 0 degrees Aries, which starts a whole new cycle. So the more we can take on board what the stars or the external, higher external is asking us to be, the more prepared we are. So I'm going to invite you to let go of what we have been taught that love is. Usually it's dependence, or codependence, or the word love is said, and yet it doesn't necessarily show up. Someone might say, I love you, and then they don't treat you in a loving fashion. So it just is what it is, but allow yourself to detach from that. As if you were talking to someone who's too close to you, and you take a couple of steps back and you can look at the person, so look at love, and just understand for a moment that that is a construction. Our interpretation of what people have said that love is. Love is usually quite quiet. And so when we look at the romance novels or TV shows, that's usually drama and dependence. So we're going to the Aquarian love, the love of the higher octave of service to humanity, to become a frequency of the original love. Okay, deep breath in. So just for a moment, allow yourself to detach from your interpretation of love. And allow yourself to investigate it. Is it actually neediness, or is it you might actually not think you don't love, and that neutrality that you feel a little detached, that could be love. So in all aspects, allow yourself just to put it in limbo for the moment and see it. Just interact with it. There we go. So we're going to ask your subconscious and your superconscious and the quantum consciousness that you are to start to let go of the hypnosis of love on us, how we interpret love, what we've been told what love is. There we go. They're showing me how ingrained this is into our fabric. So they say it's like a chewing gum that's been stepped on and that's gone into the fabric of your sweater or your jeans or whatever. And to separate them will take intention. Okay, so we're going to ask you just to be still, and it's the inner knowingness that needs to shed this programming. So they're saying just like you would, if you can be calm when you go to the dentist, you show up, open your mouth, and the dentist does the work. Here is you show up and allow your higher self to undo the structure that you have created with your understanding of love. Here we go. So just allow everything to fall away. It had to find a thread through first, a little bit like a homeopathic drop, and to create that frequency within you and to give you a flavor so that we can let go of our interpretation of what love is, what the new world love is. And that will be activated in most people because that is what the eclipse is signifying. But if we can help it along, if we can be present with ourselves, even this aspect of self-inquiry about what it is that I truly believe in this aspect helps. It's an Aquarian signature. It helps us to go deeper. There's nothing to do rather than let go a belief, a storyline, a strong storyline. This is inherited from parents and ancestors and human consensus. So imagine having a conversation with an angel and we're telling this angel how we perceive love. And now imagine how they would answer you. And would they look astonished? There we go. Starting to loosen up. This is how we position ourselves in love. Love for ourselves, love for other, universal love, conscious love. The webbing of creation is love. So the more we vibrate in the frequency of love, the more we are in the field, the less resistance we apply to life. But again, is it what we call love, or is it what we might call life? So just start to have that dialogue. There we go. It's starting to open up. So our soul has, if we're here on planet Earth at this time, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, any planetary big movements awaken. We are not separate from the sky, not necessarily as people interpret astrology, but we are not separate from anything. So the sky is an outer expression of our inner. So if we're here alive at this moment, this eclipse is meant to trigger something within you. And by being willing for it to activate this, allow you to shift into a higher perspective of love, or a different one at least than what you have been experiencing, then this is the seed that was planted The cycles are every 28 years. So this cycle was planted 28 years ago or 14 years ago. So it just carries on activating each time. The more aware we are, the more we allow things to shift us into the right direction, the bigger the enjoyment or the freedom of self. I'm very still. So it's a little bit like getting out of the way and then allowing the natural form of love to express itself through you, teach you what it is so that you can experience it. It's a bit like a new flavor, and you go, oh, that reminds me of something. It's always been there, but how our observation has translated it, has transmuted it. So just allow it to go back into its natural state and show you and move you. And so when love has been something that we were taught and can't really believe, we will distance ourselves or doubt it or not fully embrace it. So if the love that I'm talking about is the universal field, it is the energy behind everything. It cannot be manipulated. We have learned that if we are good, we get smiles and something that is called love, but the universe cannot do that. It is always love. So there's no good, there's no bad. So if we can just flow and accept and allow this in, So they're wanting to generate a reset. Allow everything, the old, to collapse as much as possible. Oh, there could be some disappointment after today, during the coming times, of seeing what you believed love to be not to be it, but rather than, if you can become aware of it rather than getting disappointed, it's like that was the language that we were speaking. Now there's a different one. So we sometimes get attached that we've missed time, and we can only be where we are at the present moment and unfold in the present moment. So if it's now, then we appreciate the now. It can be sad that we might have been able to align with the true love, but we didn't know, or the timing wasn't right. So just allow yourself to become very aware that if this does occur, to allow yourself to celebrate that you are now experiencing it. Okay. There we go. Open up. Show everyone. Let it be present. So they're saying even you might even experience your guides, teachers, or just the energies, or even the elements. We might say, oh, a harsh element, but it's always love. So you might experience even the mystical in a different way. Allow yourself to be open to the new higher octave of love. There we are. Settling now. Okay, and come on back.